here, and I'll
And I'll tell him
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Mesdames, Messieurs, bonsoir. My name is Hugues Baudouin-Dumouchel, and I have the distinct pleasure of being your Master of Ceremony this evening. It is truly an honor to be part of this special evening once again, having served as your Master of Ceremony for all 13 Order of Ottawa investiture ceremonies. Oh, thank you very much. Turns out 13 is my lucky number. Nous sommes réunis ce soir pour souligner l'excellence d'Ottawa en remerciant quelques résidents de leur contribution hors du commun à notre belle ville. At this time, I invite those who can to please stand for the arrival of the official party and to remain standing until the departure of the color party. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mayor of the City of Ottawa, Elder Verna McGregor, the recipients of the Order of Ottawa, and the recipient of the Brian Kellery Award for Excellence in Coaching. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Je vous invite à vous asseoir. As we begin today's ceremony, I wish to acknowledge that Ottawa is built on unceded Algonquin Anishinaabe territory. The peoples of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation have lived on this territory for millennia. Their culture and presence have nurtured and continue to nurture this land. The City of Ottawa honors the peoples and land of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. The city honors all First Nations, Inuit and Métis peoples, and their valuable past and present contributions to this land. Il est important de souligner que la ville d'Ottawa est située sur un territoire non cédé de la nation algonquine Anishinaabe. Les peuples de la nation algonquine Anishinaabe vivent en ce lieu depuis des millénaires. Leur culture et leur présence sont imprégnées et l'imprègnent encore. La ville d'Ottawa tient à rendre hommage au peuple et au territoire de la nation algonquine Anishinaabe. La ville rend aussi hommage à toutes les Premières Nations, les Inuits et les Métis, et leurs précieuses contributions passées et présentes à cette terre. At this time, it is now my distinct honor to introduce Elder Verna McGregor, who will deliver this evening's territorial welcome. Elder McGregor is from the First Nation Algonquin community of Kitigan-Zibi Anishinaabeg, located north of Ottawa. Ottawa and Gatineau form part of the Algonquin Nation's traditional unceded lands. Elder McGregor has remained firmly grounded in her community and nation by being part of the group of traditional grandmothers and elders. This includes the importance of promotion and retention of the Algonquin language and culture. J'invite maintenant l'aînée Verna McGregor à venir à l'avant au podium pour prononcer la bénédiction autochtone. Elder.
This podium's higher than I thought. Kwe kakina, bonjour tout le monde, à tous. Hello, everybody. I'm very honored to be here tonight, and I honor the recipients tonight with the Order of Ottawa. It's very important to be acknowledged in the work that you do, and it's quite the honor because really Ottawa is an important community. It's the nation's capital, but also too as well, it's the contributors to this community that also provides the most important place for all people. It provides a sense of belonging, and you're being honored tonight for providing that sense of belonging for the well-being of the collective. And when you look after the collective too as well, your honor is the medal. And for us as Algonquin, Anishinaabe, too, it's the eagle feather. And the most honorable too as well is that it represents that you do look after the well-being of the collective. So that's why it's so important here tonight to have these gatherings and to acknowledge the work and contribution of the recipients. So on that note, I was going to say a little opening prayer, and in the language, je veux dire ça en algonquin, and I say miigwech on jene gashkito chama and dose konche non go mwame kakina pamasajektan is wa konche. Shwen mishnoni na bigas miigwech on je kakina gagishen da non je mam de gen in de kimenon. Shkai ki question kazon in de kimenon we do kwa kakina pamasajektan is wa konche on je nagruab dan kakina guchin in de kimenon mam de gen. Dishnabe ki miigwech on je kakina ete kijagon kizis to be kizis a shechanong shuk. We don't want to knock Miss Nano Jay Nagado Dan Kakina Guch Nibi. Big Wetch on Jay Ishkode, Gagemi Jen, Chimino Objetoyon, we don't call Kakina, Mam de Gay, Nimishom Senan Keys, the Son Jay Nagado Dan Kakina Gujia Ishkode, Big Wetch on Jay Nasewen, Kagemi Jen, Chimino Pimatsian, we don't call Kakina, Mam de Gay, the Jacques, the Jack Mommy, COVID-19, Chimaji. And I guess I should kakina gojaka win. We don't call kakina nimishom sinan, nigok misana, shichin don't in his own shin don't go monje in dabano gishuk, the bashka dogmak. We don't call kakina mam de gay. We wish the jig, the magas a jig, uncas a jig, kaya we me God with jig, Juana key watch, Shwen mishno, me gwetch. For those of you who heard me before I say me gwetch is thank you, say merci en algonquin. And I say that 4 times to honor the 4 directions, the 4 seasons, the 4 stages of your life. And that's, for those of you who don't know this, like the medicine wheel. We come from spirit, and like the sun coming up, coming in the east and going down in the west. We take our first breath with our earth walk here. And as we come as an infant and age into becoming an older adult in preparation to return back to spirit. It's that reminder that we come from the earth too as well, and we return back to the earth, our mother. And so it's important too as well on your journey here to also be recognized for the good work that you do. And one of our teachings too is for us Algonquin, we're known for the birch bark canoe. And one of the biggest teachings of the canoe is that you honor everybody's journey. And we're honoring your journey tonight, too, for your contribution to the community. So on that note, we'll say all together, Miigwech. Let's try this. Miigwech. Thank you. Merci. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup pour cette merveilleuse bénédiction, Annie McGregor. Miigwech. This evening, we pay tribute to 15 men and women who will be inducted into the Order of Ottawa. We will also honor an individual who has dedicated countless hours to amateur coaching. The task of selecting tonight's honorees was not an easy one, as you can imagine. However, through a process of careful review and evaluation, the Order of Ottawa Selection Committee came to the unanimous decision of awarding the Order of Ottawa to these highly accomplished and deserving citizens, as well as to this year's recipient of the Brian Kilray Award of Excellence in Coaching. Alors permettez-moi de vous présenter les membres de ce comité de sélection. At this time, I wish to introduce the members of the Order of Ottawa Selection Committee. His Worship, Mark Sutcliffe, Mayor. Caitlin Salter-McDonald, City Clerk. Eric Stubbs, Chef de Police. Arnold McLean, Chief of Protocol. Paul Henry, Archiviste de la Ville d'Ottawa. Sonia Babington, Chief Executive Officer, Library Services. And I think they deserve a big round of applause. Certainly not an easy task. I now have the pleasure to invite His Worship Mark Sutcliffe, Mayor of the City of Ottawa, to come forward to deliver remarks. J'ai maintenant le plaisir d'inviter son honneur, Mark Sutcliffe, le maire de la ville, à venir prononcer quelques mots. Monsieur le maire.
Good evening, bonsoir tout le monde. This really is a special occasion, and I'll tell you right off the bat, I don't wear this very often. This is maybe the third time that I've worn it since I became mayor, so that tells you how special this evening is. Ce soir, c'est vraiment inspirant d'être ici et d'avoir l'occasion de rendre hommage à des résidents parmi les plus exceptionnels de la ville d'Ottawa. It really is truly inspiring to be here tonight. This is one of the most special nights of the year for me. It's one of the greatest honors I have as your mayor to be able to bestow this honor on 15 deserving recipients and also present the Brian Kilray Award. This really is an opportunity to recognize some of Ottawa's most exceptional residents. The Brian Kilray Award, of course, is very special as well, along with the Order of Ottawa, and it's such a delight to have Brian Kilray with us tonight. Brian, wonderful to see you. He's a legend in our community, and recently, I hope you don't mind me mentioning this, Brian, we celebrated Brian's 90th birthday recently, and I declared it Brian Kilray Day in Ottawa. Congratulations, Brian. I want to say thank you to Elder Verna McGregor for opening tonight's ceremony and for your continuing wisdom and generosity in our community. Thank you for all you do for our community. I would also like to say it's so wonderful to see so many past recipients of the Order of Ottawa who have joined us this evening. Il est merveilleux de voir autant d'anciens lauréats présents ce soir. I also wanted to acknowledge that several of my colleagues from Ottawa City Council are here this evening. I think we have a couple of members of Parliament as well and Provincial Parliament. It's very bright up here, so I can't see everybody's faces, but I'm certainly grateful to all of the elected officials who have joined us this evening. And I want to say thank you to the members of the city's senior leadership team who are here tonight, including Wendy Stephenson, our city manager. And again, thank you to the members of the selection committee for the many hours of time that they put into choosing tonight's recipients. We would be nothing as a community if we didn't have great people. Nous ne serions rien en tant que communauté si nous n'avions pas des personnes formidables. This year's Order of Ottawa recipients have stepped forward to lead and serve in fields such as arts, music, and entertainment, real estate, travel and development, high-tech and commerce, sports, history, and more. And as I look at each member of this esteemed group, I feel inspired by every single one of them. And I'll just say a few words about each and the impact that they are having on our community and have had on our community. They'll be more formally introduced as we present the honor to each of them. Alexandra Badzak has been the driving force behind the Ottawa Art Gallery for more than 14 years. And I have to say, her energy and dedication and commitment have always inspired me. She has been a champion for artists and a key figure as well in downtown revitalization. And I know for anybody who has been to the OAG, it's such a great space in our community now, such a vitally important part of downtown Ottawa. It's a hub. So Alex, thank you for your commitment and leadership. Devinder Chowdhury, who is a true community leader in every sense of that phrase. His restaurant, Ayana, has become so much more than a place to dine. It's an excellent place to dine, but in addition to that, Devinder has used it to raise money and awareness about so many important causes in our community. And he's focused on being a good employer as well, offering his team members a living wage. And he brings that same commitment to equity in his advocacy for Indigenous rights and reconciliation. Devinder, thank you for everything that you've done for our city and for the cause of equity. Ken Craig has been a force in Ottawa's entertainment industry, bringing some of the most popular performers in the world to our city. The Rolling Stones, Sir Paul McCartney, Bruce Springsteen, was just here last week, Celine Dion, the Tragically Hip. Ken has been behind more than 800 events in our city. So Ken, thank you for the huge impact that you've had on our economy and for entertaining so many Ottawa residents for so many years. Franklin Epapé, qui est un entrepreneur et une champion de la communauté qui illumine toutes les réunions par sa chaleur et sa gentillesse. Franklin is the founder and CEO of a healthcare company, but it's about so much more than business for Franklin. He ensures that healthcare services are available to many marginalized and vulnerable populations. Franklin, thank you for being such an amazing leader in Ottawa's African community and for bringing such positive energy to our city. Josephine Atawa, who is a nursing professor at U Ottawa and a true trailblazer. Josephine's work to increase diversity in healthcare has created so many pathways for Black and Indigenous nurses. Josephine, thank you for your mentorship. Thank you for your research. Thank you for touching countless lives and for inspiring change across the healthcare system. Tina Fedeschi, who has been changing lives through music for so many years. And I'll say this is special to me because before I had this job, I was the chair of Orchestra's board of directors. That's one of my regrets about, my very, very few regrets about taking this job, is I had to resign as the chair of the board of Orchestra because it is one of the most remarkable organizations in our community and one of the most impactful as well, bringing music into the lives of children from marginalized communities. Tina, thank you for the music. Thank you for your passion and your compassion. Thank you for the impact you've had on so many young lives and future leaders. Paul Fournier, who is a legend in the LGBTQIA+ community, best known as Peaches Latour, Ottawa's first drag queen. Paul is a survivor of the LGBT purge of the 50s and 60s. Malgré tous les défis auxquels il a été confronté, Paul a réussi à rassembler tout le monde. Paul, merci pour votre travail inspirant et pour avoir prouvé que l'amour et la communauté peuvent presque tout surmonter. Catherine Mansour, qui met Ottawa à l'honneur dans le secteur du spectacle, que ce soit au cinéma, à la télévision ou au théâtre. Kate opened Canada's first bilingual talent agency nearly 40 years ago in the Byward Market and has worked with so many great performers in the Ottawa community over the years since. So Kate, thank you for everything you've done to showcase and promote our talent to the world. Len Peteshin, who is truly a legendary figure in our community, going back 70 years, Len and his family have been shaping our city in so many ways. I remember when my career was just starting out, and Len was a tremendous leader in the business community. From restaurants to real estate, he's played a huge role in the growth of Ottawa. His work is everywhere, our hospitals, highways, homes, and infrastructure. And on top of that, Len and his wife Mary just celebrated their 73rd wedding anniversary. 73 years. Congratulations. And Len, thank you for everything you have done to build our city. Louisa Taylor, who has been making Ottawa a more welcoming place for refugees for 10 years. Louisa is the founding director of Refugee 613, which has been doing amazing work, very difficult work at times, creating pathways for newcomers and working with partners across the city to support integration. And frankly, Louisa, I can't think of a better time to give you this award than right now, to be presenting this honor to you. Thank you for being kind, for respecting the humanity of vulnerable people who are arriving in our city, and for devoting your considerable talents and energy to making Ottawa truly a welcoming and inclusive city. Christina Tessier, who is raising the profile of some of our key museums in Ottawa and bringing the sciences to life for so many Ottawa residents. Christina is the president and chief executive officer of Ingenium, which of course includes some of Ottawa's best museums and attractions. She's also served as the founding chair of the Ottawa Museum Network. Christina, thank you for building and enhancing these amazing spaces in our community and making them into sources of learning and inspiration for all ages. Andrew Waitman, who has been a powerful driving force in Ottawa's technology community for decades and is currently the CEO of Ascent. And under Andrew's leadership, Ascent has surpassed $100 million in annual revenue. US dollars, not Canadian dollars, so it's more. That is a huge, huge milestone, Andrew. And Andrew has been involved in so many startups and high-tech ventures, too many to mention throughout his career, but his fingerprints are all over Ottawa's high-tech sector. Andrew, thank you for investing your time and your money and your considerable talents in Ottawa, for choosing Ottawa. Thank you for your innovation and your wisdom. Lisa Weigel, who is an athlete, a champion, an Olympian, and a role model. Lisa is well known in Ottawa's curling community. She's a two-time Olympian, three-time Scotties Tournament of Hearts champion. She's won gold, silver, and bronze at the World Women's Curling Championships, not in the same year. But beyond her athletic achievements, she's known for her hard work and her dedication to sport, particularly to women and girls in sport. So Lisa, thank you for inspiring women and girls across Ottawa to pursue their dreams just like you have. Jeffrey York, who has been the driving force behind several of Ottawa's most iconic retail success stories. As the former CEO of both Farm Boy and Giant Tiger, Jeff helped to scale both those enterprises into the household names that they are today. In his latest venture, Jeff is the CEO of Altea Active, a premier fitness and wellness brand, with a new location that will be opening soon on Carling Avenue. He simply does not stop. He keeps going. Jeff, thank you for all the economic growth that you have created and achieved in our community and for your vision and commitment to our city. And finally, the recipient of this year's Brian Kilray Award for Excellence in Coaching, Jean-Pierre Sab. For more than 20 years, Jean-Pierre has coached volleyball, hockey, football, curling, ringette, and soccer. Whether with boys or girls, high-level athletes or beginners, he builds confidence in every participant. At École Secondaire Catholique Garneau, he founded an annual sports gala to celebrate students' excellence, positive attitude, and sportsmanship. Jean-Pierre, thank you for creating a supportive environment where athletes of all abilities feel valued. Wow, what an amazing group of individuals. Incredible. I could go on and on about their achievements, but we want to get to the awards, obviously. But just hearing these remarkable stories, it's obvious, it's clear just how much of an impact they have had on our community. And just think for a moment about that impact, about what our community would be like if there were not people like these 16 individuals. I want to say to the families and friends who are here tonight to support the recipients, thank you for supporting these honorees in their lifelong endeavors. Thank you for everything you've done to team up with them to make this possible. I also want to thank again the selection committee, our Chief of Protocol, Arnold McLean, and his dedicated team for ensuring that this ceremony truly is a tribute that is fitting of the accomplishments of these terrific individuals. On behalf of my colleagues on Ottawa City Council, on behalf of the people of Ottawa, congratulations to each and every single recipient. Au nom de mes collègues du Conseil municipal et de la population d'Ottawa, je félicite tous les lauréats. Thank you for leading, for inspiring, for making a lasting difference in our city and beyond. Thank you for making Ottawa a better city for everyone. Merci de faire d'Ottawa une meilleure ville pour tous. Once again, please join me in congratulating tonight's honorees. Thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Merci, Monsieur le Maire. Let's now begin the presentation ceremony. To begin each presentation, I will read a brief biography of each recipient. A longer, more detailed biography can be found in this evening's program. Pour commencer chaque présentation, je lirai une brève biographie de chaque récipiendaire. Veuillez noter qu'une biographie plus longue, plus détaillée, peut être consultée dans le programme de soirée. After the biography has been read, the recipient and their respective ward councillor will come forward to receive their insignia, sign the official registry of the Order of Ottawa, and receive their certificate. Assisting Mayor Sutcliffe tonight will be his aide-de-camp, Captain Horn of the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa, Duke of Edinburgh's own. Recipients will be called in alphabetical order. Les récipiendaires seront appelés dans l'ordre alphabétique. Alors, sans plus attendre, j'ai le grand plaisir de présenter la première récipiendaire. Our first recipient tonight is Alexandra Badzak. Alexandra Badzak has greatly contributed to the cultural community in Ottawa with her innovative, collaborative, and accessible approaches to arts leadership, community development, tourism, and downtown revitalization. As the director and CEO of the Ottawa Art Gallery for over 14 years, she led the gallery's expansion project, which opened in 2018. En outre, Mme Badzak a été la première directrice générale du Diefenbunker, le musée canadien de la guerre froide, et les professeurs auxiliaires à l'Université d'Ottawa. Alexandra Badzak, accompanied by her ward councillor, Stéphanie Plante. Congratulations, Ms. Badzak. Our next honoree is Devinder Chaudhary. Devinder Chaudhary is an influential entrepreneur and community advocate in Ottawa. As the founder of Ayana Restaurant Collective, he pioneered living wage employment in the city's hospitality sector. Au-delà de son restaurant, M. Chaudhary soutient activement des causes locales, notamment des initiatives visant les femmes autochtones, la revitalisation du centre-ville, ainsi que des organismes de bienfaisance. Devinder Chaudhary, accompanied by his ward councillor, Catherine Kitts. Congratulations, Mr. Chaudhry. Our next recipient is Ken Craig. Ken Craig has over 40 years of experience in the live entertainment business, promoting, producing, and staging more than 800 events and concerts in Ottawa and countless others throughout North America. Après une vingtaine d'années à titre de président, promoteur et producteur indépendant de Ken Craig Productions, M. Craig a été nommé vice-président de Live Nation Canada, qui a ensuite pris de l'ampleur dans la région d'Ottawa et aussi sur le marché canadien. M. Ken Craig, accompanied by his ward councillor, David Brown. Congratulations, Mr. Craig. Our next honoree is Franklin Epapé. Franklin Epapé is a Chief Executive Officer and founder of Ben's Healthcare, an international corporation specializing in healthcare. Passionate about quality healthcare for vulnerable populations, he is a mentor and advocate for their rights and needs. Il est dirigeant et membre du conseil d'administration de divers organismes locaux qui soutiennent la culture et l'unité au sein de la diaspora africaine, plaidant en faveur de l'équité sociale et établissant des liens entre les communautés. Monsieur Epapé, accompanied by his ward councillor, David Hill. Félicitations, Monsieur Epapé. Our next recipient is Josephine B. Etawa. Josephine Etawa is a professor at the University of Ottawa and recent holder of the OHTN Chair in Black Women's HIV Prevention and Care. Elle dirige des recherches et des initiatives visant à réduire les inégalités en matière de santé, en particulier parmi les populations noires et les populations autochtones. A strong advocate for health equity, Professor Etawa works to improve healthcare access and health outcomes, strengthen nursing diversity, and foster collaborations between academia, public health, and communities. Josephine B. Etawa, accompanied by her ward councillor, David Hill. Congratulations, Professor Ottawa. Our next recipient is Tina Fideschi. Tina Fideschi studied flute at the Guildhall School of Music in London, England, and went on to enjoy a successful performing career with various orchestras and festivals in Europe and Canada. En 1999, elle fonde avec son mari l'école de musique The Leading Note, qui était, jusqu'à sa vente en 2020, un lieu de rencontre incontournable de la scène musicale classique à Ottawa. In 2007, Ms. Fideschi co-founded and has served as Executive and Artistic Director of Orchestra, a social development program with the mission to empower kids and build community through music. Tina Fideschi, accompanied by her ward councillor, Ariel Troster. Congratulations, Ms. Fideschi. Notre prochain lauréat est Paul Fournier. Paul Fournier est une légende dans les milieux LGBTQI+. Vous le connaissez peut-être sous le nom de Peaches Latour, la première drag queen d'Ottawa. As an activist, defender, and survivor of the LGBT purge between the 1950s to the mid-1990s, where suspected 2S LGBTQIA+ members were systematically discriminated against and harassed, Mr. Fournier exhibited extreme courage in supporting 2S LGBTQIA+ rights and freedoms. Ses contributions ont enrichi la culture diversifiée d'Ottawa, inspirant les futures générations de personnes et d'artistes LGBTQI+, à vivre de manière authentique et fière. Paul Fournier, accompagné de son conseiller municipal, Ralston King. Félicitations, M. Fournier, vous savez toujours comment entrer sur scène. La prochaine lauréate est Catherine Mansour. Catherine Mansour opened Canada's first bilingual talent agency, the Mensur Agency in 1985, uniting artists and producers and playing a key role in establishing Ottawa as a thriving hub for film, television, and theatre production. Madame Mensur a récemment créé la Fondation Mensur afin de continuer à aider les artisans du domaine des arts. She serves on the advisory board of the Ottawa Film Office, as well as the boards for la Fondation pour l'Association des théâtres francophones du Canada and La Maison Marie-Louise, all the while supporting the arts and her community through various awards, bursaries, and commitments. Kate Mensur, accompagnée de sa conseillère municipale, Stéphanie Plante. Félicitations, Madame Mensur. Our next recipient is Robert Merkley. Unfortunately, Mr. Merkley could not be with us this evening as he is currently out of the country. Mr. Merkley will be invested into the Order of Ottawa during the ceremony of 2025. Our next honoree is Leonard Potashin. Leonard Potashin is a distinguished Ottawa businessman and philanthropist. With roots in a hard-working immigrant family, he built a successful career in real estate, founding the Regional Group of Companies. Son engagement communautaire et son leadership ont eu un effet durable sur le développement d'Ottawa. Leonard Potashin, accompanied by his ward councillor, Jeff Leeper. Congratulations, Mr. Potashin. Our next recipient is Louisa Taylor. Louisa Taylor is the founding director of Refugee 613, a pioneering organization that supports refugee integration in Ottawa. Forte d'une formation en journalisme, Mme Taylor dirige les efforts visant à aider les nouveaux arrivants à prendre contact avec les ressources essentielles, défend les droits des réfugiés et inspire l'action communautaire par le biais d'initiatives novatrices telles que le premier service WhatsApp pour les réfugiés du Canada. Louisa Taylor, accompanied by her ward councillor, Teresa Kavanagh. Congratulations, Ms. Taylor. Our next recipient is Christina Tessier. Christina Tessier is President and Chief Executive Officer of Ingenium, Canada's Museums of Science and Innovation, including the Canada Agriculture and Food Museum, Canada Science and Technology Museum, and the Canada Aviation and Space Museum. Madame Tessier a précédemment occupé le poste de directrice générale du Musée des sciences et de la technologie du Canada et de directrice des opérations au Musée de l'aviation de l'espace du Canada, en plus d'avoir travaillé dans le domaine culturel pendant plus de 20 ans. Christina Tessier, accompanied by her ward councillor, Ralston King. Congratulations, Ms. Tessier. Our next recipient is Andrew Waitman. Andrew Waitman is the CEO of Ascent, a leading business-to-business software-as-a-service company focused on supply chain sustainability, growing the company from a startup to surpassing $100 million annual recurring revenue in 2024. That same year, Mr. Waitman was named CEO of the Year in Ottawa by the Ottawa Business Journal and the Ottawa Board of Trade, further solidifying his role as a key figure in the local business community. Ayant à cœur le développement des entreprises technologiques canadiennes, le mentorat de fondateurs d'entreprises et la promotion de l'innovation, M. Waitman a soutenu plus de 35 entreprises au Canada en tant qu'investisseur en capital risque, investisseur providentiel et exploitant. Andrew Waitman, accompanied by his ward councillor, Riley Brockington. Congratulations, Mr. Waitman. Our next honoree is Lisa Weagle. Lisa Weagle is one of Canada's top curling athletes, with a storied career that includes 2 Olympic Winter Games, 3 Scotties Tournaments of Hearts titles, as well as gold, silver, and bronze medals, not in the same year, from the World Women's Curling Championships. An advocate for equal pay and a respected role model for girls and women in sport, she is a certified coach, mentor, and founder of the Lisa Weagle Curling Academy. Résidente d'Ottawa depuis toujours, elle est une bénévole dévouée et une chef de file dans les domaines du sport, de la jeunesse et de la santé. Lisa Weagle, accompanied by her ward councillor, Lane Johnson. Congratulations, Ms. Weigel. Our final Order of Ottawa recipient is Jeffrey York. Jeffrey York is a highly accomplished business leader, former CEO of Farm Boy and president of Giant Tiger, known for transforming Ottawa-based companies into billion-dollar successes. Il est aujourd'hui président, directeur général d'Altea Active, une grande marque dans le domaine du conditionnement physique, et contribue activement à la communauté ottavienne au moyen d'initiatives dans les domaines de la croissance économique et de la philanthropie. Jeffrey York, accompanied by his ward councillor, Jeff Leeper. Congratulations, Mr. York. It is now time for the final award of the evening, now for something slightly different. Created in 2003 in recognition of Brian Kilrea's 1000th career victory, the Brian Kilrea Award for Excellence in Coaching honors the contributions of an amateur coach who best exemplifies the qualities of leadership and commitment that have been the hallmarks of Brian Kilrea's career. The 2024 recipient of the Brian Kilrea Award for Excellence in Coaching is Mr. Jean-Pierre Sab. Jean-Pierre Sab est un entraîneur dévoué, comptant plus de 20 ans d'expérience dans divers sports, dont le volleyball, le hockey, le football et le soccer, entre autres. Passionate about fostering confidence, teamwork and perseverance, he empowers athletes of all levels. Outre son rôle d'entraîneur, il a fondé le gala sportif annuel visant à souligner l'excellence, l'attitude et l'esprit sportif des élèves athlètes de l'école secondaire catholique Garneau. Monsieur Jean-Pierre Sab, accompagné de sa conseillère municipale Laura Dudas, et accompagné de Monsieur Brian Kilrea lui-même, accompanied by Mr. Brian Kilrea himself. Félicitations, Monsieur Sab. Thank you, Mr. Kilrea. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the Order of Ottawa ceremony, including the presentation of the Brian Kilrea Award for Excellence in Coaching. This year's recipients have demonstrated inspiring excellence and service in our community, and we encourage each of you to consider nominating a deserving candidate for the 2025 awards. Les lauréats de cette année, vous en conviendrez, ont fait preuve d'excellence et leur service inspire chacun d'entre nous au sein de notre communauté. Et d'ailleurs, nous vous encourageons à envisager de proposer un candidat méritant pour les prix de 2025. Nominations are open and information is available at ottawa.ca/Order of Ottawa. We thank the Cameron Highlanders of Ottawa, Duke of Edinburgh's own, members for the Sentries, Honour Guard, and Piper for this evening's investiture. We are also very grateful to the Ottawa Bylaw and Regulatory Services and Ottawa Fire, Paramedic, and Police Services, who provided members for the Honour Guard and Colour Party. For those whose family and friends could not be present this evening, they will have an opportunity to see tonight's ceremony thanks to our friends at Rogers Television. The ceremony was broadcasted live tonight, and it will be rebroadcast on Rogers Television 22 on Friday, November 15th at 4 p.m. and Saturday, November 16th at 6:30 p.m. Alors pour ceux et celles d'entre vous pour qui les membres de la famille et les amis ne pouvaient être des nôtres ce soir, eh bien sachez que ce soir c'était diffusé en direct sur les ondes de Rogers Television et la cérémonie sera aussi rediffusée demain, le vendredi 15 novembre à 16h et samedi 16 novembre à 18h30. Thank you so much for joining us this evening, and on behalf of His Worship, Mark Sutcliffe, you are invited to join the honorees for reception in Jean Piggott Place immediately following the departure of the official party. Alors n'hésitez pas à vous joindre à nous pour une réception donnée par le maire, son honneur, Mark Sutcliffe. Mesdames, Messieurs, je vous invite à vous lever pour l'hymne national et le départ du parti officiel. For those who can, please stand for the national anthem and the official party recession. Ladies and gentlemen, Mesdames, Messieurs, good evening. Bonne soirée.